Okay, so I'm using about 300 grams of chicken. 나 그렇게 못 먹어. Who's grabbing my hair? Look how delicious this looks. Yeah, I'm just gonna get enough for the lunch. Hello, friends and family. This is Megan Moon, aka and many of you guys are wondering how I'm eating these days. So I thought I'd make a video on how I'm eating these days. We're gonna pretend like it's a weekday and Mr. Moon is gone at work, okay? This is what I usually eat in a weekday. So for breakfast, I usually eat nothing, nada. I typically don't have my first meal until after I do my workout. Prior to kids, when I would wake up a little bit later, I could go to the gym right away. But now that I have kids and I'm up at 6 a.m. Here, you want this one? There's a lot of hours between the time I get to the gym. So I find that I need to have a little bit something, especially because I don't drink water after like 7 p.m. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm very thirsty. So I have lots of water and I have electrolytes. And I like to mix my electrolytes with BCAA. And these are mango flavored BCAA and this is orange flavored electrolytes. And they go together really good. Tastes like a nice like tropical drink. So funny because toddlers walk like Captain Jack Sparrow. Every time I see them walk, all I want to do is Ruben, you look so comfortable on your daddy. Yeah, you found a comfortable spot. So now I'm about to go and get my morning workout in. To the gym. Oh, you can see my nails. Yes. I was trying the new Korean like blush nail trend where it looks like your nails have little blush. Today at the gym, I'm gonna do upper body workout and then I'm gonna do my HIIT workout that my co-pilot coach sets up for me. I told you in a previous video that for cardio, I like to do HIIT training because it just targets like all the muscles. And then plus just like walking on the Stairmaster or something is so unbelievably boring. There were so many people in the gym that there wasn't space for me to do my HIIT training. So I'm actually gonna go home and finish my HIIT training.
Start. Up next is 40 seconds of plank to push up. Start. That's time. Start. Enjoy the rest of your day.
If you've been following me for a while, then you know that co-pilot has been essential in my postpartum fitness journey to help me with reaching my fitness and lifestyle goals. So after giving birth, because my babies were so clingy, you guys know that co-pilot helped me with some home training workouts. My coach was able to help me with my back because I was like breastfeeding a lot like this. And so I had to do lots of stretches to keep my back opened up. You guys know I had diastasis recti, which my coach was able to help me fix with teaching me how to do the proper workouts to close the abs back up. And recently, my coach has created a lot of HIIT workouts for me because that's what I've been using as cardio to burn fat and lean back down. Girl, I'm working here. I just love how my co-pilot coach can literally help me with whatever my new fitness goal is, and they can do the same for you as well. You get personalized video chats with your coach and they'll talk to you and you can share the things that you want to do and accomplish, and they can help you to get there by setting things up. The app is also super easy to use and I love how it's set up like a calendar and you have the things that you should do for that day. And as you do them, you kind of check it off. That's a really big thing that helps people to reach their goals. And that's one of the reasons that makes makes Copilot so great at helping people to stick with the new habits that they've created. And actually, over 75% of Copilot clients are still working out after 100 days, which means that people using Copilot are 9 times as likely to create new fitness habits. Your Copilot coach will meet you wherever you are to get you wherever you want to go. Make sure you don't miss out on this opportunity. All the information in my code will be down below. So after my workout, I'm not that hungry yet. But I do have like a protein shake, and I like to have some sort of toast. It's my favorite thing. You guys know I love peanut butter toast. It's either peanut butter toast or it's like some avocado toast or some hummus toast or just whatever you can put on some toast, cream cheese and fruit. And you guys know that we have that garden outside, and for some reason my pumpkins just said, we're gonna thrive. So I have so many pumpkins. This is like the normal size that you get like at the store usually, but mine just were like, we gonna grow, honey. So I don't know, this land is just extra fertile. So I figured out a way to make a really nice pumpkin bread, because bread makers are lifesavers. You put everything in, you push start, you come back, bread's done. So I thought I would share with you my bread recipe that I've been making these days so that we can use up all of these pumpkins. So the first thing you need is 1 cup of smashed pumpkin or mashed. I just took it and I steamed it, and then I just mashed it up with a fork like so. Spray all up in there. 150 milliliters of water or milk. And if you want to use milk powder like myself, you just need 1 tablespoon of milk powder. Throw it right in here first. We're gonna add 4 cups of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt. You need 2 1/4 teaspoon of active dry yeast. And the last thing you want to add is 2 tablespoons of your favorite oil of choice. In our house, we typically only use avocado oil in terms of like seed oils, and it tells you how many teaspoons are there, so you don't have to use any other thing. Look. Then literally you just close it, put it on the 680 gram thing and press start. Boom, bread in 3 hours. It's delicious, it's fresh, it's awesome. I'm gonna cut me a slice and I'm gonna get my protein shake. So these days I've been doing just the ISO Pure, like lower carb one. And this usually holds me over for a few hours because I'm not super duper hungry for like a big meal after I work out. I find that when I have a big meal, I get a little bit sluggish. Wow, it's so good when it's like fresh. Just look at this sponginess. It is a gorgeous day outside. So the sunroom has become the baby's water playroom. Yes. So I think a little bit later in the day, like maybe after they eat, then we should let them go out and play with the swimming pool. That's gonna be awesome. So typically for lunch, I just have something over rice. The babies typically have rice every day. So when you're kind of busy and like babies are crying, it's always easy to have rice, because when I get up in the morning, I typically will just like put some rice on. And the babies love rice balls. They typically have rice balls like in some sort of fashion every day. And so I typically will just match my meals off of whatever the babies are gonna have for the day. And actually today, the babies are gonna have like some kind of ground chicken rice balls. It just makes it much easier. Look, I ain't got time to be making 2 separate meals. Like the babies eat 3 times a day, and like I don't even eat 3 times a day. So sometimes I'm like, I don't wanna make many different meals. It's so interesting, in Korea, the ground chicken is typically used for baby food. So it only comes like this. You can't get like a big thing of it all together. So I'm just gonna cut up some peppers. I love onions, so I'm gonna put a lot more. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of sesame oil. And I'm gonna start with the carrots because they take the longest to like cook down. So now I'm just gonna add in the other veggies real quick. Okay, so I'm using about 300 grams of chicken. Gotta open each individual packet. So after I touch the chicken, I switch my gloves. Wanna come back with mommy? 2 tablespoons of red pepper paste. I typically put like a teaspoon of minced garlic, about 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. Mr. Moon's gonna mix that up. Look at that kitchen helper. Since the babies are gonna be eating it and they kind of like it to be a little bit sweeter, Then I'm actually gonna put about 2 tablespoons of, you can use honey or chochong, which is like a brown rice syrup. But in our house, we use allulose. About 2 tablespoons. Yes, Miss Simmons gonna mix that up. Don't touch it. You can't touch it. Then we wanna start adding our sauce when the chicken is almost done. All right, just keep adding our sauce in. We're taking a formula break.
왜 꼭 던져야 돼?
Oh. Yeah, so we're gonna put them down for their nap time. I think I am gonna have it kind of like a salad with rice. A rice salad. Let's go to the garden. All right, you can hear my neighbor's chickens. It's been really hot and raining, so we were like, we are not about to be out here cutting the grass in the super heat. So you'll notice the grass is very long and the garden needs attending to. So I planted some corn and I was like, you know, maybe a couple of them will live. And then see what happened was now, like they all live. Over here and over there, actually, there's 2 spots of corn and they are a lot taller than I anticipated. Look how delicious this looks. Yeah, I'm just gonna get enough for the lunch because at dinner, I don't think I wanna have a salad and Mr. Moon don't eat salad, so this is for Megan. Also gonna get something called catnip, which is kind of like a wild plant that grows, but you'll see it in lots of Korean like kimbap and when they do like stir fries and stuff like that. And when you go to a Korean barbecue restaurant, we got all the catnips over here. So much catnip. Let's go. Now I got the lettuce and catnip all washed off. And sometimes I'll like fry an egg to put on top. Just gonna use, actually our neighbors give us eggs a lot, but these are the eggs that my mom-in-law gets from her family farm. Pop that egg on there. And I'm just gonna top it off with some sesame seeds. Oh wait, no. I think I'm gonna add some avocado to it. You can add extra sauce if you want. I typically will need a little bit extra sauce when I add lettuce with it. If you want, you can add some seaweed. This is literally like one of my favorite. Okay, we're doing seaweed. My food got stolen. Hey, stop it. 나 너무 커. 나 그게 못 먹어. 나 그렇게 못 먹어. In Korea, they be trying to stuff your mouth with stuff, and I'm like, I can't eat like that. I will gag. Oh, Mr. Rich, you want some? Oh, you can't eat spicy, right?
네, 그냥.
이 정도라도 못 먹어.
아 진짜?
So we're gonna kill this. That's real good, y'all. I'll make another one. So it's time for the baby's lunch. So I'm actually going to take the rice and I'm gonna mix it with the leftover ground chicken, add some seaweed, kind of make like little rice balls for the babies. You're doing a dance. He said, I'm gonna grab a turtle. Ow! Luna said, not today. So especially like on Sundays, like the babies just kind of get bored being in the house. We like to go out in the yard a lot, and like we got this place, so we're gonna use this yard as much as possible. Uh-oh. You having a good time? So sometimes between my post-workout lunch and before dinner, I'll have a little snack, like some fruit or popcorn or something. I usually will have like a little bit of blueberries or like Greek yogurt or something. But today I wanted something kind of sweet. In Korea, they have these things, milkshake, 75-calorie milkshake. They're really good. This brand, it's kind of like a Halo Top, I guess. Mr. Moon, don't you wish you had one? So in the evening, I typically like to have, well, not in the evening because I don't eat that late. Like my dinner is usually like 5 p.m.-ish. For dinner, I'll usually have like some kind of seafood. Today, we are having shrimp skewers made in the air fryer, and they're pretty freaking delicious. First, we're gonna make the sauce. We're gonna take a 1/4 cup of sweet chili sauce. And I found this chili sauce that's like a sugar-free. It's made with allulose. You guys know allulose is my sugar-free sugar of choice because it doesn't have a weird taste and it's actually beneficial to your health. It doesn't cause like gut issues and stuff like that. So we just need a 1/4 cup. So I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of allulose. You can use honey or whatever liquid sweetener you want. Then I'm gonna add 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. And we need about a tablespoon of lime juice. I actually found this recipe on Instagram somewhere and I've been making it a few times. It's actually really good. I don't remember where I found it, don't hate me. So let's squeeze it. Yeah, so it's about the juice of 1 lime. I'm just gonna add some more, you know. Just add the whole thing. It's not enough to do anything else with. So what if it's a little bit of lime? So we're going to add 1 teaspoon of liquid smoke. I'm using the hickory one, give it a little smoky texture flavor. Here we go. So I really like garlic, so I'm actually gonna add a tablespoon. If you don't like as much garlic, minced, you can add, you know, a 1/2 tablespoon of minced garlic. So nice and smoky and garlicky. And if you want to make it a little bit more smoky, you could add a little bit of smoked paprika, like a teaspoon or so of smoked paprika. Sometimes I do that, depending on how I'm feeling. You could also add some crushed red pepper if you wanted to have a little spicy kick. The crushed red pepper that we have is very spicy, so I'm not gonna add it in case, you know, the babies want to taste it later on. So now we just gotta cut up everything to build to our skewers. Typically would use red onion, but we were out of red onion and we have so many white onions that I didn't want to go out and buy red onion just to make this recipe because I might not have used it all. And you just want to cut them up into big pieces just so you can skewer them. And you can even add other stuff, like if you wanted to add like some mango or pineapple, it would actually go really well with this sauce since it's kind of a sweeter like chili sauce. Some people when they make skewers, they have the skewers sat in water, but shrimp cooks so quickly. It cooks only in 8 minutes that I find you don't really need to soak the skewers in water to keep them from burning. So I typically won't. Depending on the size of your air fryer, you might have to break some of the sticks. Does that even work? Is it just one of those like Hollywood things? Yeah, it doesn't work. Stick it in there. And you can honestly build them however you want. And I'm going to just lay it in here. So I'm just gonna brush a little bit of the sauce on. Okay, and then you're just gonna pop these in the air fryer at 400 for 8 minutes. So with it, we're gonna make one of my favorite things to make, which is smashed Parmesan crispy broccoli honey cooked in the air fryer. First, you're gonna need to get your broccoli. Check! Then you wanna boil the broccoli just until it's tender. This is a perfect size, actually. Just set it aside. And in the parchment paper, that extra sauce though, since it's all cooked and nice, just pour it over it. You don't wanna throw away that extra. Okay, back to the broccoli. So take it out, make sure you drain the water. Yeah, mommy's cooking. Yeah. You wanna watch? All right, so you just wanna take a glass and smash it. Smash. I already told you that we just use avocado oil. So just take a couple teaspoons of that. You don't have to add any other seasoning if you don't want. You could do like a garlic salt or whatever, but I personally love using smoked paprika. I just like to mix it into the oil. And then I'm gonna use a little garlic salt. You don't have to mix it into the oil. You could just kind of sprinkle it over top of them. It's perfectly fine. Just paint it on our broccoli. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is sprinkle some Parmesan cheese on it. Oop, too much. So you're gonna pop it in your air fryer at 200 for 5 to 10 minutes. It just depends on how big your broccoli is and how soft you had it cooked down to. So you just kind of have to check on it and see if the edges are crispy and it's the color that you want. So I like to just set it for 10 minutes, but then check on it after 5. And then once you see it at 5 minutes, you can kind of gauge exactly how much longer you need. How is it? So these took about 6 minutes. Look at these. You got it. Who's grabbing my hair? Ruben. Oh, you want some?
Hi, is that Mr. Whale?
Luna was very tired, so Luna went to bed first. That's mommy's nose. Okay, that's nasty. They're doing this thing where they're digging your nose. Now, Mr. Moon, stop adding to the chaos. Ow. Dinner's at 5:30 to me. I try not to eat after 6. And then typically that's it. That's all I'll eat for the day. I might have some water up until like 7 p.m. But other than that, that's it. Sometimes with Mr. Moon, after their babies both go to bed around 7:30, we might put on a movie or something. And I might have like popcorn or like a light, like dessert kind of thing. But other than that, I don't really eat that late. What's in your mouth? Da, 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 da. Can you say Daddy's name? Okay, he said mama. So that's about it. We're just gonna chill and relax. Uh-huh. Another day finished. I feel like when you have to take care of babies, the day is like so long. And like after you're finished, you're like, yes, now we have free time. We're free. So I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video, like kind of seeing what I eat these days. Make sure you check out Copilot. All the information will be down below. Make sure you don't miss out on your chance to get started with your coach today. Yes, Conley, yes, okay, quiet. And then the other babies realize that the babies are asleep, so the cat babies come and they're like, oh, now you're gonna pay attention to us. Anyway, so if you like this video and like to see more videos, please subscribe to my YouTube page, which is down below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and on Snapchat because I don't use that no more. Like me on Facebook, and we will see ya.